All right, people. So welcome to one more class. Today is April 13th. It's Wednesday. Yes, and this is Wide Angle 3. The last book. So I'm so happy to have you all here. The people who are online, the ones who are watching the video, super welcome. And we also have our monitor here, Thais. She's also following our class. So be very welcome. All right, people. So, as we always do, I'd like to show you our page on Google Classroom so we know what we are up to today. Hey, Manu, how nice. I'm happy. That's great. Oh, man. Thank you. Hi, Manu. Good afternoon. Good to see you. Oh, I'm very happy you're here, Manu. Yes, good job. Congratulations. So we are just beginning, all right? Here we have our topics. And before we start, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about, hi, dear, good afternoon. I'd like to talk to you about our next holiday. As you know, people, next weekend, or this weekend, sorry, this weekend we celebrate Easter. So no matter how people celebrate, everybody knows something about it, right? We usually buy Easter eggs, we eat chocolate. Some people have egg hunting when they have children. Like in my case, for example, I have three nephews, so we are going to have egg hunting. But we also have the other side, which is the spiritual side. We need to connect to. We need to get in touch with the divine. We need to think about Jesus Christ, right? Because Easter is all about it, right? It's all about him. It's all about what happened that very day about 2022 years ago. All right. So to show you something really cute about Easter, I would like to share this video with you. So here we have some children saying why we celebrate Easter. Okay. So I will turn off the microphone so you don't get an echo. Okay. So let me do this now.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God said, "It's all good." The world was perfect. There were no problems, or pain, or suffering. It was really heaven on earth. Adam and Eve were the first people on earth. They can eat the fruit of any tree, not the fruit of this one tree. They thought that they were smarter than God, so they ate the fruit. They sinned against God. Now there was sin, suffering, death. Oh no! People are now separated from God. We need a Savior who can save us. God loved us so much. He gave us Jesus, His only Son, to come to this earth. He taught us, healed us, loved us. He wanted us all to go to heaven, to be with us forever. It all began. He went into Jerusalem. He rode on a donkey. For a king. That's silly. People wave palm branches and yelled Hosanna. Hosanna. They don't. Jesus was betrayed. He was arrested. But he was innocent. He was being mocked. He's the fault. He was crucified on the cross. It was buried. For you. For me. For all of us. We don't have to pay price for sin. We are set free and given new life. But that's not the end of the story. There's more. 3 days later, on Easter, Jesus rose from the grave. Wow, that's right. Our God's not dead. He's alive. He's alive. Why do we celebrate Easter? Why do we celebrate Easter? Jesus died for us, and he rose for us, so that one day we can be in heaven, having a party with Jesus. That's why we celebrate Easter. Jesus! Jesus!
It's so cute, isn't it, guys? It's impossible to watch this video and not cry. I mean, whenever I watch this, and it's been like many years now, whenever I watch this, it happens because we feel the innocence in those children, and they teach us a big lesson, right? That we should be positive, we should have faith. That's the idea of Easter, to remember Jesus. No matter your religion, we are all brothers and sisters, okay? So this is our Easter message, actually my personal Easter message to you, okay? I hope you enjoy and celebrate with your family, the people who mean a lot to you, the ones you love, right? And be grateful, okay? All right, people. So if you have your books, open your books to page 3.5, which is the last part of Unit 3, Learning the Hard Way. It has to do with um, most of what we do here on Earth, because we make mistakes. We are learning all the time, aren't we? Not only English, we are learning about life, right? And we do make mistakes because we are not perfect. So sometimes we learn things the hard way, okay? All right, but let's see, how can we learn better, right? That's why we are here, to learn how to learn, okay? Isn't it? So in the first one here, there is a quote, and it's very interesting. Um, they would like us to first try to see if we understand what it means, okay? So let me focus for you. Yes, I think now it's a little better. So the quote says, in this age, which believes that there is a shortcut to everything, the greatest lesson to be learned is that the most difficult way is, in the long run, the easiest. Think about it. What do you understand? Mhm. Yes. Thais said something here that makes total sense. So nowadays, everything is meant to be simple, practical, easier. That's why we have technology, right? We have technology to help us do things faster, easier, more effective. And sometimes we don't find the best way sometimes to solve a problem that we have, a personal problem, a relationship issue. And here they say, because we are so used to speed, to the internet, to technology, to everything, we want a shortcut to solve our problems too. And sometimes there isn't, right? We can't find this shortcut. So the greatest lesson to be learned is that the most difficult way is, in fact, in the long run, after some time we learn, is the easiest. The easiest way is the one we should take because it's simple. It's simple to do simple things, and sometimes we complicate, right? That's the way we do it, because we want shortcuts for everything. And even though we don't have a shortcut, the way is not difficult. Okay, we just have to walk it. Okay, we have to go. So I think that's more or less the idea. And yes, I agree. I think we all agree. This is a big lesson, really. Okay. After we finish, after we finish the way, after we walk our path, we look back and then we understand, wow, that wasn't so difficult. That was easy because you make it, right? You conquest, you achieve. All right. Great. So, hey, good afternoon, Manu. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm really happy to see you. So, after saying that, they want us to give us some ideas on the language we are learning. In English, there are many difficult aspects or aspects we find difficult, but in reality, they are not so hard. They are easy, but we don't know them, so they seem difficult. One aspect is when we talk about contractions. A contraction is when you minimize a verb, you kind of make it short. So we call that a contraction. Okay? So when we shorten a verb, we make a contraction. It's like a shortcut, taking the idea here, right? But it's just a way to speak. So here, they're going to show us contractions with S and V because they are from verbs in the present perfect, okay? They're showing here now how to contract. Let's take a look there, guys. When we speak, we often join words together using contractions. For example, as an auxiliary, has contracts to apostrophe s. Yes, just like the verb to be. We know it's not the verb to be because we know the context and we see there is a verb in the past participle. Okay? So there is something to the sound, to the way we pronounce these contractions. For example, the apostrophe s can have two different sounds. Number one, it can have a sound of s, like s, okay? And it can also have a sound of Z, like Z, all right? How can we know the difference? So when we have a sound before the contraction, like a word, before the contraction that is unvoiced, then we pronounce S, 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 like that. Example, life taught me to be kind. Life has taught me to be kind, contracted. So life's taught me to be kind. Observe that we pronounce this S with a sound of S because life is unvoiced. Now, take a look at the next one. He's learned many things. He's learned many things. If you put your hand here around your neck, you can feel the difference when you say life and he. Life, life. The sound is only here, not here. But when you say he, all your neck vibrates. Okay, so this is what we call voiced sound. So after voiced sounds, the apostrophe S is pronounced as Z. So his. Okay, guys, I'm just making it stronger so you know the difference. And here, lives. Lives taught me to be kind. So there is no or little vibration, if any. Okay? The auxiliary have contracts to V after a vowel sound. So here, for example, we have I, first person singular. I've. We make a sound of V, okay? I've learned to be patient. Okay? So this one is not difficult because there is only one sound we usually make after vowel sounds, right? But here it differs, okay? Okay. Thank you. So, wow. 10-0 to sneezing. I'm losing the battle, but that's okay. Find the contractions. How is each contraction pronounced? S, Z, or V? Look here, the first one. We've just started a new business. That's simple. What is the sound here? This is the sound of V, okay? Weave. So that's so simple. I wish I could write on the page with the zoom tool turned on, but it's impossible. So I have to zoom in like this and write. Okay. So number one, the sound of V. Guys, this is how we represent a sound, okay? We put in between slashes, okay? Or in between bars. We can call it a bar too. So here, Pat disagreed with everything I've said. How do we pronounce this one? S or Z? Let me change my mouse. So how do we say this one? Pat disagreed. Pat, put your hand here. See, Pat. No vibration. Yes. No vibration, right? So we use the sound of S. Okay, number 3, how do we pronounce that one? Harry's always giving me Harry's, 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 Harry's. When you put your hand here, you feel the vibration. Harry's, Harry's, Harry's. So this one here has the sound of Z. Okay. Number 4. So you've never lived in another country. V, okay. The last one. It's been, it's been, it's been a long time. Yes, okay. Now here in number 2, we have 2 contractions. We have the first one here and the second one, okay? So the first one has the sound of S. And then the other one has the sound of V, okay? So, you know, I've. Here, it's only 1. So you've never lived in another country, okay, only 1. And this one here, number 5. It's been a long time since they've seen each other. So number 5 has another contraction and the sound of V. Okay, guys. All right. So let's check the answers. Let's see. I know that sound evaluation is not the most exciting thing to do, but it's nice to know the difference, okay? When you pronounce, it makes a lot of difference in your fluency. So let's take a look. Yes, here there is an audio for us to listen and check. So let's check the audio, then we see the answers.
1. Weave.
Mhm.
2. Pats. S. I've. 3.
Henry's. Z.
4. You've. 5.
It's. S. They've. V.
Okay, people. All right. So let's check the answers.
Hi, teacher. Sorry, I'm late.
That's okay. Good afternoon. Good to see you. So, could you see the difference? Let's check the answers now. Look. The first one, V sound, weave. V, v. Number 2, pats. The sound of S. And then the second one, V. Number 3, herrings. Herrings. Number 4, you've. You've. And number 5, it's and they've. They've. Okay, people. So here we saw, Kawani, we are checking out the difference between the contraction sound in the present perfect of apostrophe S, VE, okay? So we are noticing here, when we have unvoiced sound, we make the sound of S, okay? When we have a voiced sound, when there is vibration here in the word before the contraction, we have to produce a sound of Z when we use apostrophe S, okay? So here, life's taught me to be kind. Life's, normally. But here we have to imprint a Z sound. So he's learned many things. He's learned many things. Okay?
Okay.
When the contraction is from the auxiliary have, we contract to VE. So I've learned to be patient. I've learned to be patient. Okay? So this exercise that we have just finished is asking us to identify the sound. Okay? S, Z, or V. So we did this one here. Okay? If you want, you can take a picture. Okay? All right? Great. So moving on, let's take a look at number 5. Read the life lessons, then listen to Ajit. Which life lesson do you think he's learned? So let's take a look at the life lessons we have here. The first one, work makes you happier. The second, money isn't everything. Number 3, work isn't the only thing in life. 4, to be successful, you have to work hard. And the last one, there is nothing more important than family. Okay, this is really important. I like this one here. Now, let's listen and see which life lesson he has actually learned. What is he talking about? Okay, so let's see.
Well, I've learned the hard way, that's for sure. I'm 35 now, and I've been the owner of my own business for 10 years. I was only 25 when I started my food delivery company, and I've worked hard ever since. In my 20s, I spent evenings, weekends, and holidays working. Although I became successful, I wasn't happy. I didn't have time to see my friends or family, and I never took vacations. I was lonely and tired most of the time. So, for the last couple of years, I've lived my life differently. I've learned to relax and enjoy myself. I hired more employees to do the work so I can take time off. I've traveled to exotic places and I've started some new hobbies. I have guitar lessons and I've joined a baseball team. I've even registered to do an online meditation course. It took me a long time, but I've finally realized that life isn't just about work. I'm much happier now.
Very important, isn't it? What a great lesson. I have to start thinking about it. Okay, so do you need to listen one more time, or can you tell us which lesson from here has he learned? Which one do you think? Yes, exactly. Very good. Kawane, Manu, Rebecca. What do you think?
He learned his job is not the only thing in the world, and
Very good.
life is so much more than this.
Yes, exactly. That's true. So we all agree that work isn't the only thing in life, and that was the lesson he learned. Okay, so it's true. Yeah, we have to think about it, really. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's see if it's right. Yes, exactly. So moving on here to number 6, they want us to listen again and answer the questions. So here we have more questions about his story, what he said in the audio. So let's take a look again and see. First of all, Let's check the questions. When did Ajit start his company? So this is more detailed, okay? Question number 2, what did he do in his 20s? Number 3, was his business successful? Question 4, why did he decide to change his life? 5, what 2 new hobbies has Ajit started? And the last one, is Ajit's life better now? So let's try to listen
Well, I've
without.
learned the hard way, that's for sure.
I will play the audio without the transcript so you can try to get the answers, okay? Without the help of the transcript, okay? Let me just turn it.
Well, I've learned the hard way, that's for sure. I'm 35 now, and I've been the owner of my own business for 10 years. I was only 25 when I started my food delivery company, and I've worked hard ever since. In my 20s, I spent evenings, weekends, and holidays working. Although I became successful, I wasn't happy. I didn't have time to see my friends or family, and I never took vacations. I was lonely and tired most of the time. So, for the last couple of years, I've lived my life differently. I've learned to relax and enjoy myself. I hired more employees to do the work so I can take time off. I've traveled to exotic places and I've started some new hobbies. I have guitar lessons and I've joined a baseball team. I've even registered to do an online meditation course. It took me a long time, but I've finally realized that life isn't just about work. I'm much happier now.
All right, people. So let's see the answers. Do you want to listen one more time or is it okay, just one?
I'm okay with it just one time.
Is it okay for you, just one time? Yeah? Okay. Just once? Okay. So let's see the first one. When did Ajit start his company? You can write the answers, no problem. If you know the answers, you can write on the chat board. All right, so I will play once again and then I will show you the transcript so you can see the words, okay? Maybe it will be better. So let me turn.
Well, I've learned the hard way, that's for sure. I'm 35 now, and I've been the owner of my own business for 10 years. I was only 25 when I started my food delivery company, and I've worked hard ever since. In my 20s, I spent evenings, weekends, and holidays working. Although I became successful, I wasn't happy. I didn't have time to see my friends or family, and I never took vacations. I was lonely and tired most of the time. So, for the last couple of years, I've lived my life differently. I've learned to relax and enjoy myself. I hired more employees to do the work so I can take time off. I've traveled to exotic places and I've started some new hobbies. I have guitar lessons and I've joined a baseball team. I've even registered to do an online meditation course. It took me a long time, but I've finally realized that life isn't just about work. I'm much happier now.
people. Much better now, right? Okay. So let's see the answers to the questions. The first one, when did Ajit start his company?
He has 24 years.
So we don't use the verb have when we talk about the age. We
He
say,
has.
no, actually here we say the verb to be, not the verb have, okay?
Oh, okay.
So he was 25 when he started his own company. Okay, look, it says here, I was only 25 when I started my food delivery company. Okay? So when we want to talk about the age of a person or our own age, we use the verb to be. Okay? Here it's in the past. So here he's saying that he was 25 when he started. Okay? So let me just write the answers here if possible. Yes. So here the answer would be he was, it's okay. That's the answer. He was 25. Okay? Now, what did he do in his 20s? So he was super young when he started his own company, right? 25 years old. He started his own company when he was 25. Yes, you see how young. And it was a food delivery company. Okay, so yeah, hard work, but it was his own company, right? Now, what did he do in his 20s? Look there. Yes, exactly. So you can put there, he spent evenings, weekends, and holidays working all the time, full time, 24/7. He worked every day. So he spent, I can put like this, he spent all the time working. Okay. Sounds familiar? Yeah. Now you're going to school, you're studying, but sometimes you spend all the time studying. So it's hard work too. It's hard work too. Was his business successful? Let's see. Uh-huh, exactly. Okay. So we have the answer there. Was his business successful? Yes, it was. That's the answer. If we want to compliment, we can say, but he wasn't happy, right? So what did he decide to do to change his life? Sorry, why did he decide to change his life, actually? That's question number 4. So here we have one tip. Since he had no time for his family, no time for his friends, how did he feel? Lonely, yeah, and tired most of the time. I can relate to that. So he was lonely and tired most of the time. Okay? I guess that's the reason why we decided to do something about it, right? And that's a message to everyone. I guess we should all stop and think about it. So, what 2 new hobbies has Ajit started? Let's see here. Here he says, look, I've started some new hobbies. First, I have guitar lessons. Okay, so let's put it there. Guitar. And he's also joined a baseball team. So guitar, baseball. And he's also registered to do an online meditation course. So you can put it there. Okay. Guitar, baseball, meditation. Okay. So they only ask for 2 new hobbies. We put 3, but that's okay. Now, number 6. Is Ajit's life better now? What do you think? Yes. Pretty much. He says here, look, it took me a long time, but I finally realized that life isn't just about work. I'm much happier now. Okay, so he is really happier. So is his life better? Yes, it is. That's simple. All right, people. So if you want, you can take a picture, okay?
Teacher, you sing her speech. If I say, yes, it is.
He said his life was better. Sure. Okay. You can say that. It's reporter speech, right? Great. So just for us to check, let's see if the book has the same answers. It probably does, right? Oh, yeah, show answers. Okay. Sometimes I click on the wrong button. So here we have the full answers. He started his company 10 years ago when he was 25. Look here, verb to be, okay? He spent evenings, weekends, and holidays working all the time. Yes, he was successful. How did or why did he change? Why did he decide to change? Because he wasn't happy. He was lonely and tired. What about the hobbies? He plays the guitar and he plays baseball. They did not put here meditation, but that's okay. They only ask for 2, okay? And is he happier now? Yes, he's happier now. Or simply, yes, he is. Okay? All right, people. So after that, here we have a small box on speaking, just to give us the last speaking tip of Unit 3. Okay? Describing experiences and events. So when you want to refer to a specific event or experience, it's a good idea to use a specific time or a specific time phrase to describe when it happened. So these are time expressions, okay, basically. Like here, for example, look, when I was 25, or I was 25 when I started my own company. Okay, so here I'm indicating when I started my own company. I can use when I was 25 or I was 25 when I started my own company. The next one, I got married 5 years ago. Okay, so these time expressions, they help me define exactly when something happened or when something will happen in the future, okay? In the present, the same. When you want to describe a longer experience or talk more generally, you can use time phrases such as, in my 20s, I spent a lot of time working, okay? Over the last few years, I've learned a lot. You see, guys, how nice. When you're writing a text, it's nice to use time expressions like these because it makes your writing more fluent and also more elaborate, okay? The next one, I've had a lot of fun recently. I've joined a dance class and I go every week. So here we have another time phrase or time expression, okay? Be sure to use the correct tense. So for example, here, over the last few months, I should use the present perfect. So pay attention to this. Depending on the time phrase or time expression, we have to use either the simple past or the present perfect. So let's do an exercise about it. Let's see if we know the difference, okay? So let's take a look there. Let me go there. I'm opening the page, okay, guys? Yes, here we are. So let me just get the game for you. It's a quiz that helps us practice some vocabulary and grammar topics, and they're very interesting. So let me take a look here. Okay, let me try to get that. Yes, this one is very simple. Let's do this one. It's okay. All right, people, can you see that? Yes? So how many people are we? We have Kawane, Manu, Rebecca, and Thais. So we have 4 people. So let's have 2 groups, okay? Kawane and Manu, Rebecca and Thais, all right? So let's try to play a game using this quiz. What should we use? Simple past or present perfect? So let's do this. I will let you start, okay, Kawane? Kawane and Manu, all right? You 2 can be the first ones because you're totally online. So which one should we use here? Kawane, Manu, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Good.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Take a look at the time phrase here or time expression. What does it indicate? Nobody.
Indicate the past.
Yes, very good. But what kind of past? Simple past or present perfect? Which one here should we use? A or B?
I think it's the letter A. Manuela, what do you think?
Manu, help your friend. Do you think it's letter A too?
Yes, teacher.
Ah, okay. You said for a moment that it was letter B. So let me tell you guys, last night is an indication of simple past because the time is definite. When I say last something, last week, last weekend, last night, I should use the simple past. So the right answer is A. Tawane, you're right. Okay? Now, Thais and Rebecca. A or B? Yes, you think it's A? What do you think, Rebecca?
I think it's letter A.
Letter A too? Let's see. No. Has had. Yes, has had. Why, people? Where is the time reference? Can you see in the sentence? No. There is no time reference. I'm just saying what happened. What happened? Oh, my sister has had a baby. So there is no indication of time. I'm giving focus only to what happened. I'm saying what happened. If everybody knows when your sister had a baby, then okay. It depends on the context. But if you are just giving the news, yeah. All right. In this case, we don't have any indication that the people around know when the baby was born. So probably nobody knows. And then the person says, listen, my sister has had a baby. So my sister has had is the correct answer. Okay? Yes. Come on now, Kawani and Manu. Look.
I think it's letter A again.
Yes, letter A.
Very good. Letter A, because we have last week. So, excellent. 2 points for you and 1 point now for Rebecca and Thais. Actually, not a point, 0. 2, 0, yeah. So, A or B?
Letter A.
A, let's see. Because we have here the indication, okay? For her last birthday, simple past. Good job. 1 point for you. Next one, Kawani and Manu.
Letter B, teacher.
Letter
Letter B.
B. Congratulations. Lately is not an indication of simple past. This is general. It just says lately. So this is the present perfect. Congratulations. Okay? I haven't read. 3 points for you. Now, Thais and Rebecca.
Letter B.
Congratulations. No time indication. So letter B. Perfect. 2 points for you. Now, Kawani and Manu.
I think it's letter B. What do you think, Manu?
Go ahead.
Letter B again.
Letter B. Congratulations. So I've driven. I've driven. Drove is the simple past. But in this sentence, I cannot use the simple past because it only says many times, but it doesn't say when. Okay? There is no indication of when. I'm focusing here on what happened, not when it happened. So I've driven. Okay? 3 points for you. Very good. Now, Thais and Rebecca. Aham.
Letter... o que que é so far?
So far is the same as até agora. Okay?
É o que? Travou.
Ah, okay. Did you hear the explanation, the translation? So far means
Não. Can you repeat?
so far means até agora.
Oh, okay. Letter A.
No, not letter A. That is letter B because so far doesn't specify when she cooked. So this is like until now, she hasn't cooked anything. Okay, so it's an open past. I'm talking about
Okay.
her life experience, so it's present perfect. Okay, até agora is not an indication of simple past. The opposite. It's an indication of present perfect. So this one here. Thais was right. Okay, so you scored 4 points to you. Now Kawani and Manu.
I think it's letter B again. I
Yes,
think so too.
letter B. Excellent. Because we have just recently. This is an indication of present perfect, not simple past. Okay? So, letter B. Okay, 5 points. Excellent. Next one, Thais and Rebecca. Perfect. Look, last year. So my candidate lost the election. Yay, 5 points. Congratulations. Now Rebecca,
Letter
Kawane and Manu.
letter A.
Yes, perfect. Last week. So excellent. 6 points. Congratulations. Next one, Thais and Rebecca. So let's see. What do you think, Rebecca?
Letter B.
Letter B. Congratulations. They haven't done their homework so far. Okay, excellent. 5 points. Now,
Letter A.
Who?
Letter A.
Yes, perfect. Look, last night. So, letter A. Very good. 6 points, I think. 6-5. Now,
Letter A.
are you sure? Pay attention. Where is the time indication in the sentence? We him
No, don't have.
the news. Ah, be careful. So Thais already said letter B. She has said
Okay.
okay. No time indication. So we're just saying what happened or what didn't happen. Okay? So we haven't told him the news. Yes, I think now it's 7-6. Now go ahead. Kawani and Manu.
Oh, that's difficult.
Teacher, especificando assim a data no Natal e tal. Acho que é letter A.
Letter?
A.
A.
Letter A. Yes, perfect. On Christmas. Okay, guys. When we say when something happened, it's simple past. On Christmas, on New Year's, at Carnival, at Easter, any date or any holiday, I'm specifying the time, so simple past. Okay? Congratulations, guys. So Kawani and Manu, you're the winners. Yay. Very good, people. So let's go back to our page here. Here, they are saying that we should pay attention to when we describe experiences and events, we can use time expressions in the simple past indicating when, or simply focusing on the event, time expressions to use the present perfect, because the most important thing is not when, but what happened. Okay, that's the focus, not when. All right, here in number 7, they want us to think of an important life lesson you have learned. Make some notes and prepare to talk about it. I will ask you to do this for homework. Think of something you've learned, then you write here. You can describe the situation briefly. When it happened, where were you? Say what happened, how did you feel about it, and how the experience has changed you. So you can use as a model what we saw here in the audio, sorry. Where is the thingy? Oh yeah, here. When we listen to Ajit describing his experience, okay? So you can use that. How can you do this? The audio transcript is available on the platform, online practice, okay? So you can see that listening again. You can actually listen to that as many times as you wish and also visualize the transcript, okay? Just go to your platform. Here, the last question here is, who have you learned most from in your life? Which person in your life has influenced you the most? A family member, a friend, teacher. So you can also write about it if you wish, okay? Or you can share now if you feel comfortable, okay? Think about that person. We always have someone we look up to, we emulate, we want to follow the model of that person. So that's the person that first comes to your mind when we think about it, right? And I can tell you that I've learned a lot from my mother. She has taught me a lot, really. She's a brave woman. Okay, so you can think about any person you want, and then you can write a few things about it. You can write like here, right? You can make a connection of number 7 and number 9, and then we can discuss next class. All right, people. Okay, now to wrap it up, let's take a look on page 149. This is the review of Unit 3, Book 3. Let's go there. So what have we learned in Unit 3? What was the vocabulary all about? So remember, Unit 3 talks about learning in general. So here we have the first part, match each word with a definition. I'm just going to do the first one here, and then we are going to see the grammar. Just one exercise from the grammar. Okay, guys? I'm not doing the whole page. This is for you to do for homework. Okay? So the first one, we should match each word with a definition below. Okay? So the first one here, for example, attend, a verb. Okay? It's a verb. To attend. What could be a definition for that verb? So to attend would be to be present at an event. Okay? So when you attend a class, for example, you are present. Okay? You are there. So you attend the class, you attend the meeting, you attend the lecture. Okay? If you want to know about your attendance here at Oxford, it means you want to know how many days you missed, if your attendance is all right, okay? So you don't say frequency. That is Portuguese. We say attendance, right? So you can say, you can tell your teacher, oh, I'd like to know about my attendance. Am I all right? Okay. All right. Now, number 2, guys, certificate. It's a noun. A document showing a level of achievement in a course or not. The document you receive when you graduate. Which one is that? Yeah, let's try the second one. It is a document, yes, that you receive when you graduate. Now, what is a degree? To sign up. What is to sign up for a course? It's when you register. Yeah, it's a verb. Okay, this is number 7. Register for a course, to sign up. Okay. So any idea, guys? What is a degree? Yes, exactly. So that's number 3. A degree has a connection with the level that we are doing or that we have done. So if you have a degree in languages, for example, it means you finished, you concluded a course at college in languages, Portuguese and English. So you get a degree in languages, okay? College degree. It has to do with the level, exactly, okay? Now, educate, the verb. What is that? To educate, to give, yeah. To give training and instruction. What is an essay? A noun. Yes, exactly. A short piece of writing. It's not a book, Okay, guys, it's just a short piece of writing, so we call it an essay. Number 6, presentation. Yeah, the last one. Or talk on a subject to an audience. So, yay, we mixed it up. Look at this. So I think the book is wrong. Yes, because a certificate is the document you receive when you graduate. And a degree is the document showing a level of achievement. So I have a degree in languages, I have a degree in English, I have a degree in this and this and that. So I finished those courses. So the book is wrong. Our answers are correct. Okay, guys. So sometimes the answer key is wrong. So people, just consider that correct, okay? This is totally correct. I'd like you to do number 2 for homework, okay? You have to complete the sentences using the verbs in the box here, okay? And complete each word with the correct suffix. So we have to complete the words using the correct suffix. This is word building. Very important, especially for international exams. If you want to have a good grade, you should know this, okay? Using the correct suffix to complete sentences, right? After that, people, we are going to see the grammar. I'm not doing now because our time is up. We have to finish. But as you can see, it's all about the difference between simple past and present perfect. Okay? So you should choose the correct option in each one. Remember to see the time expressions. Okay? Finally, we have here words that we use depending on the sentence. Which one should we use there? Which adverb should we use, okay, to define the time? So people, this is the review of Unit 3, learning, all right? And just for us to see the homework, today we did page 38, learning the hard way. We also saw a video about Easter in the beginning, and we saw present perfect contractions and how to make the perfect sound when we use those contractions, okay? Homework, online practice, Unit 3.4 and 3.5. We should also do Unit 3 test on the platform. And here, take a look. We have some worksheets on the topic, present perfect versus past simple. Try to practice that. Practice makes perfect, okay? The more you practice, the better you become. All right, guys. So happy Easter, everyone. Don't eat too much chocolate because of your skin, but you can eat some, right? And think of the main purpose of Easter, all right? People, it was a pleasure having you here. Let me just stop the presentation and take one final picture. And thank you very much, Kawane, Manu, Rebecca, Thais.
Thank you, teacher.
Happy
Bye.
Easter.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Happy Easter.